Welcome back! So, last time was both great and disappointing in the editing section. So, for those who don't really understand what happened, uploaded the entire video, which took like 3 hours, and then I got a handy-dandy little message that was like, guess what? Your video is blocked worldwide because you used Primarina's Z move, and it's because, like, the Japanese Pokemon channel showed it or something. It's like, oh, the goodie. What does that mean? That means you can't show it worldwide, ever. Unless you counterclaim it, and they probably won't let you counterclaim it because Nintendo don't, so I had to delete it and put a copyright notice over the footage in question just to prove that it happened. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good moment. Anyway, here we are. We're heading to Team Skull's base. I'm not gonna lie, that did disappoint me, a lot, because I was hoping to do a lot more filming today, and that halted it quite a bit, and my mood wasn't the best. But hey, you know what? It happens. I'm now not over it, but I'm getting there. And oh wow, oh, this place is awesome. Yeah, I'm getting there. Let me guess. You were wondering what a golfer would be doing in a meadow like this. If you want an answer to that question, then defeat all the trainers. Okay, gotcha. This place is pretty spectacular, I must say. Aha! I'm gonna take a picture. It's been a while since we've taken a picture, actually. Oh. It's like Pokemon Snap. Oh my god, come on, get closer. If I get lucky, I will get you. Oak, it will be in the center, I swear. That was alright, actually. Let's see, which was the best one? Maybe we got a really lucky one by chance. That'll do. That's the best shot I got. There we go. Let's see, comments are pouring in. Yes, that's smoke or fog. That's not as many as it probably should have been. Oh well, there we go, we did it. We took it, no, I didn't want to save it. We took a picture. I'm happy with the picture. Yeah. Cool. So you're a trainer, and down here is... What's the sparkle thing over here? I don't know. So what kind of Pokemon are we going to see here? Apart from, you know, Ledian, because we knew that already. Apart from that, what are we going to see here? I have no idea. I'm honestly surprised that this series got a copyright strike. Ooh, red nectar. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to find out. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. Oh, okay. Changes the form. Hmm. Oh, hello. Anyway, sorry. I was really surprised when I saw that copyright strike, because I was just like, really? Well, okay, it wasn't a strike, it was a claim. For those who don't know the difference between a strike and a claim, a strike means you get a strike. It limits your channel quite severely. You can't upload videos longer than 15 minutes. Other things come into play. Basically, 3 strikes and your channel is dead. You have, I think, a week to counterclaim those strikes. If your channel died, say like all 3 came at once, you do have a week. You can't access your channel, but you can contact the people and hopefully they can get rid of it. A claim basically means you can't get money from it because the owner of it, quote-unquote owner, it's a really fine line, and I'll go into that in a second, but yeah, the quote-unquote owner of the video claims it, and they get all the ad revenue from your video. In this instance, though, the video was actually blocked worldwide, so they would have got nothing from it, and no one could actually see my video. Now, what I mean by quote-unquote owner there are two definitions of quote-unquote owner. The first would be the fake channels who are like, oh, this person did a Let's Play of a game that I've done a Let's Play of. Lol, I own this Let's Play even though it's not my footage and whatever. I'm going to copyright claim it, and they've just taken all my money, basically. That's one of them. The other one is pretty special indeed. It's basically when a company, say Nintendo, for example, yes! Yeah, say Nintendo, for example. It's when they own the game, and they will give you a copyright claim because you've uploaded their footage, and they take all the ad revenue from your video. You can keep the video up. In this instance, I couldn't because it was blocking the world. You can keep the video up. It's just they happen to get views from your video, money from your video. So, I mean, at first glance, it seems sort of harmless. But if you're someone who makes a living, or at least some money to live off through videos like this, then it's very crippling, because you're not getting any form of income, and that's not what you want. The thing is, it's a fine line. Whilst they do own the game, video game Let's Plays come under the term fair use, which basically means you can use a form of media. Say, if I was to use 10 minutes of clips from, say, Doctor Strange, the latest Marvel film. If I use 10 minutes of clips, using it to illustrate a point that I make in a review, it's perfectly fair game, because it's under fair use. I'm using it for educational purposes, or I'm changing the original content in some fashion. In this instance, for a Let's Play, I'm changing it with my commentary. My commentary is drastically making the experience different. Additionally, where a game falls under a different category to, say, a movie, part of the enjoyment isn't from watching a game, it's from playing a game. So, you could almost, and I say almost very carefully, almost argue that a Let's Play could damage sales. But actually the opposite is true. Because what's actually happening is, by showing people the game, it may be a game they've never heard of, by showing them footage of it, by assuming you're giving it praise, by giving it praise, you are enticing someone who may never have heard about the game, may never have even intended to buy the game, to buy the game. Let's Plays are, in fact, arguably the greatest source of promotion for any video game. Games that were lost and buried to time have been reawakened. I think Chuck Conroy is a good advocate of that. Something like Okami. He brought that game into the foreground again, and conveniently a HD remaster was released after he Let's Played that. I don't know if him increasing sales had anything to do with that or not, but just an observation. So yeah, it's interesting. There are companies who believe the opposite to be true, and that Let's Plays are the devil, and they will absolutely destroy sales. In some instances, they're right. If you could argue that is true for something that's purely story-driven, say like a Telltale game, maybe. But at the same time, it's still one of those where, oh, I'll show my friends this because I think it's really cool, or, oh, like, this is a really cool story that they've started to show me, I'm going to stop watching and buy it and play the rest. Like, it's an amazing thing what a Let's Play can actually do. Do I need to catch one of these? I don't remember. I'll use a quick ball just because why not, I guess. But yeah, it's fascinating, really. Like, I can understand why companies don't like Let's Plays, and why they would think that it would damage sales, but the opposite is completely true. And
by jeopardizing the ability to do something like this, you are in fact losing sales because people won't even want to buy it to play it. Like, by almost insulting, us by being like, you can't play our game and make money. That's ludicrous. You don't own this content, even though we clearly do. It's our own commentary. It's our own personality behind it, which in some ways the personality itself sells the game. I'm not saying that I'm someone who will sell a game for you. I'm just saying in some instances people get influenced by the person behind the game as opposed to the game itself. Or the person behind the gameplay, I should say. But yeah, it's fascinating really what the stance is on it. And I hope one day there'll be a time where Nintendo are like, okay, we will backpedal on this, or some companies will be like, yeah, okay, this is fine, this is fair use. In many ways, Twitch is actually a better source for producing content, live streaming on Twitch, because the fair use laws are nowhere near as crippling as they are on YouTube, because YouTube have to abide to everyone, and that in many ways does ruin the experience on YouTube. In some instances, it's just fascinating really to talk about and discuss really. If I'm being honest, there's not really any way of, unless you can convince them otherwise, there is no way to stop this. It's a thing that will be there forever. I think. It may be that over time companies will be like, oh, yeah, okay, and it may be in some instances that more companies are like, no, you can't do our game. I know Capcom have given people claims in the past for stuff like Mega Man, which is silly because, like, Mega Man is a very old game. I know my friend Andrew got copyright for Mega Man 9. It's like, that's a, what, like a 7-year-old game now? Something like that? That's 7 years old. Like, doing content of it now won't cripple or hurt sales in any way, shape, or form. Why are you giving out copyright just for playing this game? Like, what do you have to gain from this? Literally nothing. That crumbling old shrine. What do you think happened to it in the past? I have no idea. Lake of the Sun? Is that what it's called? Whoa. Oh, you're that trainer who is always popping into the Pokemon Center, aren't you? This place may have fallen into ruin, but it is still spectacular, wouldn't you say? Even if there is nothing to see here now. I can't help thinking that there being nothing here now belies the possibility that something could be here. Something wondrous. Perhaps. So is this the location of... Oh, Sideshot. This can't be the location of the legendary... It can't be. I was wondering what this place was, but now I know. Whoa. This place is amazing. It's also amazing that there are no Pokemon here. It's just barren. I feel like I should save just in case it's like, surprise, boss battle. It would not surprise me. This is really weird and ominous. I don't really know what to say. I wasn't expecting this. I think this might be where a legendary battle will be. Yeah, I think we got here a little too early. So, yeah. If we head up from here, that I think will take us to the town we need to go to. So I think now might be a good time to end. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was sort of a teaser for the future. I know this was not a rant per se, just more like an education on the state of copyright on YouTube.
I feel like I should state I would stream on Twitch a lot more often if my internet could handle it. I can only stream in 240p. My internet's not good enough to stream any higher. Funnily enough though, this game itself plays in 240p on a 3DS. So technically speaking, I'm streaming in the highest quality for this game. The irony. But yeah, point being, yeah, there's it was just more like an educational thing. Just because I wanted to talk about it because of what happened last time. And just, yeah. Hopefully, you know, you might have learnt something, or I just refreshed what you already knew. But yeah, it's. I'd love to hear your stance on it. Like, what do you think of Let's Plays? Are they the devil? Are they the worst thing that's ever happened in the world? Worse than war and poverty? It's horrible, horrible corporations and groups making videos on playing games. How dare I? Ugh, sickening. No, really, what do you think? Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye. Take care.